Today I want to at least partially conclude the story of the Black-Eyed Susan. For the poem, we left Susan and William on the deck of a British warship about to leave port. The poet tells us that though they are about to part, they only part to meet again. That's wonderfully optimistic and romantic. I don't think there could be a better way to leave those lovers soon to be separated by war. One other loose end was, why might Linnaeus have named the genus that contains the Black-Eyed Susan after the Rudbeks family, who had been instrumental in his career? He wanted to honor them by naming the genus for them. Why might that have been? My thanks to Charlotte Tansen, librarian at the Hunt Institute for Botanical Documentation at Carnegie Mellon University, who sent the article Linnaeus and the Naming of Plants by Sir Arthur F. Hort, which was published in Blackwood's Magazine, November 1931. Ms. Tansen was not able to find a specific reference as to why Linnaeus chose to name the Black-Eyed Susan genus for the Rudbeks. However, the article by Hort does say that Linnaeus did believe that the genus names given to plants should refer to famous botanists so that they would be remembered through the ages. Linnaeus was also a medical doctor, and the genus does have plants with medicinal qualities, which may have been a factor as well. Hort also quotes Linnaeus as writing, quote, "Generic names formed to preserve the memory of a botanist who has deserved well of the science I retain as a religious duty." He also was especially desirous of making the genus link to something the botanist was known for. So with that to go on, there probably is some place, a discussion, a description, something Linnaeus wrote as to why he chose Rudbeckia for this particular genus in honor of the family that had helped him so much. I also received information regarding the hairs on the stem of the Black-Eyed Susan. This information came from the contributors to the Sustainable Agricultural Network listserv from the Sustainable Agricultural Research and Education Outreach from the USDA. Larry's going to have these references included in part of this video so that you can look them up yourselves. It is these hairs on the stem of the plant that led to the species name Hirta. The hairs actually have a name. They're called trichomes, and there are two basic types, glandular and non-glandular. The density of the non-glandular ones make it difficult for predators such as caterpillars to climb up a stem, and also it makes it difficult for any type of predator, small predator, to get its mouth parts on the stem and bite and eat it. Glandular trichomes produce a liquid, aromatic, sticky substance when disturbed. The stickiness makes it difficult for an insect to climb, and is also a pesticide. The trichomes help protect the blossom of the Maryland state flower so that there are plenty to pick to weave into the floral blanket traditionally awarded to the horse that wins the Preakness. Oops, the Preakness is run before the Black-Eyed Susan blooms. That a flower that looks like the Black-Eyed Susan is used in the blanket is another story. The main piece that I've yet to be able to trace is how the name Black-Eyed Susan, named for the heroine in the poem, got to be transferred to the flower. I haven't had any luck at all in finding out this information. If discovered, perhaps it can be presented in a later broadcast. That's all for this segment. It gets us a little closer. There's still more to know about the Black-Eyed Susan. It certainly is interesting that a common flower has so much behind it that some of it you can find and some of it seems to be at least temporarily misplaced, if not entirely lost. But I think it makes an interesting story. Thank you for watching.